Go live. You are live, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. D9's 3838. The URL King is live. I'll put this link out there too so everybody wants to come on. Come on, let's copy. Want to come on? Paste. There we go. We are live. I don't have any viewers yet. Thought I'd just go live. Wasn't nothing else to do today. I figured I'd go live for a minute. See if I get any viewers. If you can hear me, let me know. So I know that I got viewers. You can share this in Telegram. Whoever else wants to come in can come in. Appreciate it. Just helping people with some Q&A, any freestyling, anything I can think of. That Tangela X5 box is an awesome box, so it's worth the cash. It has the most 24/7 I've seen. It has the most 24/7. It has more world channels and everything, and it's definitely worth showing. Yeah, it's mine. Yep. I appreciate the one viewer I have. Definitely. If you can hear me, let me know so I know that my audio's okay. I definitely do appreciate it. Everybody that's stopping in. I just hope that it's working. That I can't show yet. I might show that on the next time. Not on this one. Next one. Might not be able to do it because I got a signal problem right now. My signal thing just came up. That ain't good. I don't have any viewers yet. So I'll let a few minutes go by and see if I get any viewers on here. I just thought I'd go on. Any help or any questions I can do? Sure, definitely will help. Yeah, I just want to show some people some tricks. I gotta write down that one URL. If you get over there, Mom, can you hand me my tablet? So I'll have that so I can go to that one URL. Can you grab my tablets on the bed, Mom? Make sure it ain't plugged in. Is my tablet plugged in? All right. I'd like to see that. I ain't had no viewers yet, but I want to type this URL. Turn this down so I don't get no interference. Let me check this URL out. Yeah, I definitely got two viewers. I appreciate you both stopping in. It's just me. Yeah, just D Nice, the URL King, going live for a few. I want to check out this one thing. Show people yet. Just thought I'd go live. No important thing today. See if I get any viewers. I definitely do have some info I can give out. CPU and all that. Yeah. Definitely. Appreciate everybody. It's 12:45 Eastern here. I know it's early for some people. Just doing some testing. If you can hear me, let me know because I don't know if my audio's working or not. Boom, boom, boom. I got one viewer, so let's appreciate the one viewer. I think I'm the one viewer. Definitely do have two people on here. Okay, I just was trying to check that because I didn't know my audio was working. Thanks for letting me know that. Yeah, appreciate it. Share this in Telegram. I appreciate it. The link or whoever that shared in there. Let people know I'm live. So appreciate it. I just figured I'd go on. If there's any questions or anything out there, Q&A really. If I could help people, I'll try to help them. There's all kinds of ways to get stuff. Don't ever put all your stuff in one basket. Like other people have said, though, you got to have multiple backups to anything. Never put it all in one place. Just like FileLink taught me, and a long time before that, you got to have more than one ways to do something. Always learn that. Always. And there's so many ways to get content, third-party apps. As long as it's 6.0 and up, you can do it on tablets, phones. Let me check my camera real quick. I just don't like the camera settings. Hang on a minute. I want to check something. That's my camera, yeah. Weird. Definitely. Yeah, appreciate you coming in, Octavia. Octavia. Yeah, that was a big lesson. Yeah. Yeah, you got that right. Okay. Definitely. Yeah, that Tangla X5, that thing is rocking pretty good. It has the most 24/7. It has more international champions. If you were going between a Monster Box, X1 Max, or the Tangela, any Tangela would kill the Monster Box. The only box that could compete with the Tangela box, the X1 or X5, they're basically just the same, just different interfaces, different Android. One's Android 9, one's Android 11, which isn't really that big of a difference because all Android really runs the same. It's overhyped. And there's another thing. The Superbox Elite 2, a lot of people have been pushing that Superbox S3 Pro just because of the voice thing. And it's not all cracked up to be. You don't get the world channels like you do on the Tangela. It gets more international channel, world channels. The Tangela box does, the red one, and they got them on Amazon. The only thing about the Superbox Elite is you have to get it directly from the company because you can't get that or a seller, legitimate seller, because if you're trying to get that box, and that box has four apps on it and for services, but you don't need that much. It's an overkill. Just get the Tangela, and the Tangela is even cheaper than the Superbox Elite. So I have the Superbox Elite 1 still. That's the only Superbox I have now because I traded off or upgraded, and that's how I helped get the Tangela, so I could help get the Tangela. And a lot of people do not know how to update their stuff. They try to get the ad-free stuff, and yeah. The Tangela X5, I traded that red one to my, I think it's my cousin Terry. We made a deal, and I helped get his other boxes fixed and made him updated and gave him fresh stuff because he was having problems with it lagging and buffing and all that. And I told him it's either the best way to do that is hardwire it, and I let him know that hardwire is the best results. But on the Tangela X1, you do have to hardwire. That's the only con that I've seen. But not on the X5. Now the Android box, that's like just simple Android box. It's really all it is. And Android 11, and I need to find a remote that's like the black one that comes with the Tangela one, the X1. I'm trying to find that black remote. Click. I like that remote because I want to put it with my Tangela X5 because it's black, so I can match it. But I traded that remote away, so I'll have to see if I can get it from Amazon or something and see what I can do. If there's any questions or anything, shoot them out there. I just thought I'd go on test, see if my live still does work on here because I ain't had to do a CD the other day and I was having software. So I can find software anywhere. Software, as long as I have a URL browser, I can find software. And I've not purchased any device lately. My Erie stopped working the screen. Yeah, that can happen. Yep. I just had a CD thing. I think my one thing that's in this tower right here, I think it's had its last leg. It's getting there. This desktop, I think, is getting ready to had its lifespan too. It's an XP80. It's an an HP workstation XW8200 is that tower. But the monitor is a Sony monitor and other accessories on it. And that tower only, I think I gave what, $100 for it? And that was a few years ago. They don't even make that tower anymore. And the hard drive in it was I think a 500. The one I seen that had the same tower on Amazon recently was over $900, and it only had a a 64 gig. I think it was a 64 gig drive in it. And I said, nah, not worth that. Just that low memory. Basically, it was just a internet computer. Basically, with that low memory. That's one of the reasons why I did this deal here, because it was a big hard drive. So it probably over $1,000 computer just for the parts. They don't have no graphics card or anything like that. No, it's just a basic computer. That's all really I need. I work mainly on my tablets. I don't really need a other. Your tower is a gateway. Yep. My tower was a gateway. Yep. I've seen those white and black ones. Yep. Some are black, some are white. Yep. E-machine was popular too. That's what Walmart usually sells. Those towers are pretty common too. That it's just a basic computer. Yep. Yep. The Tangela, though, is a great device. But I don't think Amazon will do that other stuff. But third-party apps are fading away. They are fading. If you don't know how to get your content, or as long as you got a web browser like me, but I'm tech, I know what I'm doing, and I can find just about anything. As long as I got internet, as long as I have internet, if I got a web browser, it's game over. I will never be stuck. Never. At a point, everything's got left. I bought an Alienware, upgraded a few years. Oh, okay. So, bro, Harmony, thanks for coming in. Yeah, I bought an Alienware, upgraded, so I should be good for a few years. Yeah, but the technology changes so fast, so, bro, Harmony, that you buy something current, and then in a few months, they already got something better. That's the only thing about that. There's always going to be something on top of something on computers, because computers always keep going up because of all these companies, big tech and all that. Got to stay on the top notch. So you could buy a computer in a year and it could be obsolete, outdated, and all that, especially on the graphics card side. And the video and the monitors are the key. But a lot of people are into PC, though, more really, because PC gaming is popular. And I think console gaming is always going to be there. But I know what to buy now. Get apps. Now to get apps. Will not use my phone. Now I don't know what to buy now to get apps. I will not use my phone. A tablet. You could use a tablet. Just make sure the tablet you buy is an Amazon one, or the key on a tablet is to try to get one. Yeah, buy a tablet. A tablet's really and you want to make sure it's like at least an 8-inch or a 10-inch, because those are the most popular ones. Make sure it's Android 9 and above, because on tablets you want at least a good Android 9 and up. I wouldn't go any lower than that. 6.0 will get you the apps that you need nowadays. But if you go 9 or 11, you're good on Android for a tablet. But that's the viewer's discretion, preference, choice. And that all comes down to, that's what I use. I got a tablet right here. Where'd it go? Right here. Let's show you. It's a 10. This thing works miracles. I do a lot of testing, homework, finding stuff on this. I got links. I got OT Navigator on here. I've been doing MAC codes on that. And I know 2 URLs that I have that I can get an OLED TV went up to version 15. There's US TV and radio that's up to version 2.30, and it ain't updating anymore. US TV and radio will not be updating past 2.30 as far as I know. And that's got 730 some US channels. They have a US version and they have a UK version. All you need is the URL to put in downloader, and then it takes you to a media file, a Fire link, and then you download it through there, because that's where they store the APK at, and you just click on it and download it, and then you got over 700 channels of live free TV. But I can't show it on here. I could probably show it on pictures of somewhere else, but I wish you could do video on Telegram and you could show that, but It's kind of complicated on there. You can do video calls. Yeah, you could probably take somebody step by step through it on Telegram, but I won't show it on YouTube because I don't want to get my channel. What happens if you have no internet? Then you're screwed. You better have everything backed up on drives. Yeah, because that won't hardly ever happen unless you have a power outage, like tornado or Mother Nature. The only way you would not have internet is Mother Nature. Or if you got a bad equipment or your equipment just had its life or whatever. But the chances of having no internet, if you have no internet, the chances of having that are very slim. Unless it gets to a price point where everybody, because eventually internets are going to go up with cable and live services and all that, and cord cutting more popular, and all these streaming apps. Internet's about to go up just like cable did. In a few more years, I give it another 3 to 5 years, internet's going to be priced just like cable was, and then you're going to be priced out at just like the marketplace with anything else. Internet is going to get up there in price. But the only thing keeping internet down right now is because of the pandemic that we just recently had and the demand and the use on it. Internet is at the highest use it's ever been. And more people are on internet only than they are on the actual live services through your cable people. And you see that falling off every time, but they be pushing and pushing. They got advertisements out here in my community every couple of weeks, every like 2-3 times a week. I've been getting mail from like Spectrum and other TV companies. Yeah, just great. Yeah, that's my Service Pro 4 before the screen peeled off. Yeah, yep, that happens on the surface. Yep, right. Yeah, for more ISPs in the area, well, some regular places for now. Yeah, yeah. The more you got, but like here, I could only get in the area that I'm in. I'm in a rural area, and I could only get ATT Universe. I was going to do ATT regular, but I said no. I wanted a Universe, so I'm on ATU Verse. It's not regular ATT, but it's ATU Verse. You're allowed your own router, but you're not allowed your modem. They have to have their modem. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, good morning, Ronster. Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah. A tablet can be a big thing, though. A tablet can help you do a lot of stuff. That's where I do a lot of my homework and testing before I put it on devices. But devices and anything, just like everything else, it comes down to preference, choice. Like I said, nothing's 100%. Nothing's going to be 100% all the time perfectly, because you're going to have good days, bad days, and great days. You got to understand that from the beginning. And the risk is always going to be there. Yeah, you must be close to Ohio then, Octavia. You must be, because here in my area, I'm in Ohio. I'm in a rural area, part of Ohio. I'm like an hour from like Northwest Ohio. I'm like an hour from Toledo. I'm like 25 minutes from Bowling Green. So I'm in that area, but I'm not exactly right there. You're in Cali? Oh, okay. I thought you were on the East Coast. Yeah, some parts of that. I'm surprised they didn't try to get you on Comcast, because that's a popular one in California is Comcast. They try to hit people on that one big time in California. That's a big one. Yep. And they try to bundle and package it. Everybody wants to bundle. The where they get you is they try to bundle you. Yeah, everyone's opinion will vary based on availability and all the knowledge applied to the new area, every area. Correct. Yeah, I'm from Akron. Nice. Yeah, Akron's probably like 4 hours, 4.5 from me. I think that I would have to go. I think I had to go east or west. I'm thinking. I know it's east or west, but I don't know exactly. It might be. I'd have to look. Yeah, Cox. Yeah, I don't want that company. No, I don't even have that offered here. They ain't even here in Ohio that I know of. That I do know. But I appreciate the 4 viewers. Have any questions or anything? Please shoot them up. Yeah, there's a lot of people do not know about that US TV here. I'm gonna put the link in there that I know. HTT to get that US TV and radio. That'll take you there. You put this link in Downloader, and I'll share it. I'll share it with everybody so they can go get US TV and radio. You put this into downloader or browser, mainly downloader, and this will get you. This will get you that US TV and radio. Just be very careful how to do it. Always skip or exit, or don't give them access location. Let me in. It'll give you a couple, and then it'll give you a couple boxes prompt. Just say okay, and then just hit okay, and it'll let you in. It's very beginning you just got to read very carefully at the beginning. And this you can put in, and you can get USA TV and radio app. It's a live one that a lot of people do not know about. Now, when you want the UK version, all you do instead put US TV, USA TV, you would put UK TV, and it would give you the 2300 like that, which means versions 2.30. That's how they got it. And put that in downloader, and you will get over 700 US channels. Now they got repeats in there, but that's a good app. That's a good app people need to know about. It's under use, but it does work. I watched all kinds of stuff on there. And then they have that Rapid Streams one that's out there. That's basic. That's just a basic live one app. It's a green and white logo. Yep. A lot of people don't know about Aptoid. It's Aptoid TV. There's the APK time. There's APK Pure. There's where you can get apps. There's what's that one? Aurora. There's that one. There's so many to get. Software though is a big thing. A lot of people look for software. You get that at like winportal.com is a good one that has a lot of softwares. And there's all kinds of stuff, man. Like me, I'm hardly ever stuck. If I'm stuck, it's something. There's something going on. Like I said, because I never put all my things in one place. And a lot of people don't know about Troy Point. Troy Point's an app too that you can get that has some stuff. Now I don't have everything, but it has some stuff. My cousin called this morning for more content. Okay, my cousin called this morning for more content. Yeah. That Tangla X5 has the most content I've seen on a single device. It's all black. It's a Tangla. It has white on the top, words on the white. It's called Tangla X5. Yeah, this device right here, it's called Tangla. I'll type it in the name of it in chat so everybody can check it out. You can get it on Amazon for I think it's $349, and it's a good device. It has the most content on a device, and it's Wi-Fi capable. It's Android 11, and it's a fully loaded device. Now, not for everybody, but it's the most Android. It's just like an Android box, and then you go to the specific app on there, which I can't show on right now, and can't show it on here because I probably get a strike or something on my channel. And I'm only allowed 20 hours on here anyway, and I'm already at 24, so 24 minutes. I will forward it in. Yeah, check out that device. If you want something that's going to be stable, reliable, and you don't have to go hunting, it's got like over 12K live channels. It's got 32,000 movies, 33,000 K movies, and it's got over 5,200 last time I went into it. It's TV series, 5,200 TV series as of right now. But I haven't even checked it today yet. See if it needed an update. And it updates itself. Don't ever factory reset it, because if you do, you're going to have to contact Tangla, and you'd have to I know how to get the app for it, but you got to know your stuff to get it back up and running. And then they got to give you your box, because there's a thing on the bottom of your box you get that gives you the motto number, and that's how they get your password. Without a family. No, it'd be good for a family. It's got the most 24/7. That is incorrect. It's probably good for a single person. My mom loves the box. My mom favored the red one too, but I wanted the black one because of the better interface on it. It has like a smarter interface on it. And I appreciate all 5 viewers, but it's good for family too. It's got cartoons. Most cartoons I've seen on a single device. Put it that way. You got a family for cartoons alone, and you got children, it will blow any device out. It's got the most movies I've seen on a single device too. Over 33,000. It fluctuates. And now there's good days and bad days. Now on the Tangler X1, the red one, you got to hardwire it. There's no more fact about that. But on the X5, on the Tangler X5, it has the most content I've ever seen on a single device. Yeah. Yeah, the 2 box will almost cost you much as a mortgage is what I'm saying. No, only 300 and it's better in 2 months it pays for itself. 2 or 3 months it's paying for itself because the price you figure of cable nowadays for is over it's close to $200 for 70 channels on most service, unless you get that promotional deal for the first year, like $50. But the installation cost is not added in there, and you got all these fees and state taxes on there, so you're going to be over $100 and some dollars. Average one is like 140, 150 on an average cable person, and I would say if you're wanting a fully loaded, it's simple to get there, load up, it don't disappoint, is the Tangler X5. It might be $349 on Amazon. You can go right to Amazon and find it. It's called the Tangler X5, and it's worth it. Now, it's not going to show you any stuff there. It's just going to give you the specs and all that on there. It's going to give you brief info. But it comes from, they send it from one of the other countries. Send it. You get it in 3 to 7 days. Because that's how mine. I traded the red one because I wanted that red one. But the Superbox Elite 2 is a pretty good one too because it has four apps now. One's directly a service app just for service, and the other 3 are other backups. So if one's having issues, they got other backups on it. And it's a gray, platinum, silver, like silver box. I'm not invested in that one, but they want $400 for that box. And that's not counting your shipping or your tax on that. And I said, no, I rather go with the Tangler X5. Replacement options if something happens to the box. Yeah, if something happens to the box, there's always options. Like I said, US TV radio is a good option. There's OLED TV 15. As gets over 50,000 channels, it would kill those boxes. Me, I know how to get those apps, those free. Now, there are good days and bad days with those apps, and you got to do some work. Like on OLED TV 15, it just updated OLED TV. You got to have 2 players in there that are K-Shaw player and a Lydio player, and those got to be in there, and you got to install them through the app or get APK time. You can do it right through APK time. That's a great backup. And US TV and radio 2.30 is a good backup as another option. And a lot of people are going to hate me on this YouTube video, this live here, because I'm giving out a lot of info today and a lot of not free info that I'm just putting out there. I'm trying to help people in this time. It's not about making the almighty dollar and all that, but people can agree with me, not agree with me. But and with all these prices out here, yeah, he rental fees, yeah, box rental fees and cable package over 200, yeah, especially if you got the full packages. But rarely use OLED TV, yeah, there's rapid streams. So in 2 months you paid for the box. If you look at 200, like Ronster said right here, in 2 months you've paid for that box at $350 one time. And another thing, you get all pay-per-views, you get anything a cord cutter's dream. That box is a cord cutter's dream. It's the Tangler X5. I know I'm not on here, I'm not a salesman for them. I own the product and I love the product. It's a fully loaded Android TV box. It's just a simple Android 11 box. When you get it, it looks like it's not the top quality like it should be a high-spec device. It's got 4 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage, and it does have a live record only on the channel that you're on, up to the 128, but you can get drives and put in there, I think up to 1 terabyte. You can put on the side. It's got USB ports. It's got an Ethernet wire. It's got a micro SD card slot. Yep. Yeah, our boxes, content. Yeah, and you can get OT. And another one, a lot of people do not tell. If the box, something happens to the box, get a tablet, get a 10-inch tablet, put OTA Navigator on it. At least get 32 gig Model 1 or 64 gig if you can afford it. And it's just preferences. What you're right. But see, me, I know a lot of backups too because I'm not stuck just on that. I have OT Navigator. I've been playing with OTT Navigator. I've been playing with it. It's just similar to like TV Mate. But I have 2 URLs that update recently. One updates every day, a couple hours at a time, daily, and it gives me links that are similar, and I get TV. I can get TV through that, and I got one link in there that's good till 2030. But like it's free. It's gonna be there's gonna be good days, bad days with it. There's gonna be hiccups. But as long as you got those MAC codes, the key is to get MAC codes. They're out there. If you know what to look for, MAC codes. And in Telegram, I can give this info a lot more brief detail. Show you. I've showed a few people already, and they were blown away with the content. It has 24/7 in there. It has live news USA. It's got a Dawn in there. It's got world channels that you can't even get in other, even on the box, some of the other boxes. Yeah, 2030. Yeah, I have one. It was good till 2030. Most of them I'm finding are 2023. I've seen a couple 24s. Yeah, and they go up from like they usually go from 3,000 channels all the way up to I've seen like as high as lately I've seen as high as 12,000, 13,000. One time I seen one with 20,000 channels on it. But you got to do your work, and it takes some testing. It takes some getting used to. OT Navigator. Once you get that, it's a gray kind of gray like TV made program. It's just a player, really. It's a software, and you get it. Yeah, I've seen 2024. Yeah, and you can put it in there, and you put it on. Yeah, you have to do your with. Yeah, you can find them with research. It's not hard. Yep. I got a couple of URLs that those URLs are golden to me. One is a popular one I've used, and it's recently. It's called iptvrun.com. It's called right here. I'll put it in there, and you can find the MAC codes there too. It's called IPTV. TV. I'm not going to put it in. You just type all this together. IPTVRun.com is one of them right there that I just put in chat. That's one of them. You put the dot after run, and that's one. It should be blue and white. It should be like a blue and white at the logo at the top. Should be blue, like dark, light bluish, and that's the right URL. That's only good. That URL is only good to this summer. Then they got to renew that URL unless they change the end of it. That they'll let us know if they change the URL. Because I looked in the domain on that URL, and it said it was only good till June or July of this year. And I've been using that URL for over 2 years. But the other one I have, it's in my tablet. That one updates daily, and I'm very careful on that one. I'm not. If I give that one out, it's going to take some of this. That URL is worth something. So that one's going because that one, the other one I know that I'm not putting in chat and I won't put it on here. Maybe I'll share it in Telegram in a DM or something message, but that one is the one I'm keeping on my chest. That one's for me. And that's the one where I find a lot of stuff. And that one updates daily or every other day. And MAC codes, what you do is when you go into the OT Navigator, you'll go into the gear, right? What you do is you go into the gear, the little gear on the side. Then it'll give you you'll go into provider. And then once you put provider, you're going to look at the listing there. You're going to go MAC code there where it says MAC. And then once you put that in, it's going to give you a box. Then you're going to put a name. You can name it whatever. I try to name it similar to what the URL is. And then you put the URL in that you get from that URL on the other URL where the MAC code is. And then it's going to give you a number for the MAC. And the MAC code's usually numbers and letters, capital, lowercase numbers. And then you put that in, and then you hit apply. And then it tells you if it's a good one or not. And then it runs. And it's very simple to do. Once you get it down, and it takes some getting used to, but boom. And once you do that, you're golden. And that's a great backup that I've been doing recently. I've been doing that for the last maybe 6 months I've been on that. And a lot of people, and then I've been finding a couple more places in Telegram too, where they be sharing the URLs and MAC codes. And I know a bunch of places, man. And then there's Wallpaper Cave. I just found out recently is a good site for wallpapers. And there's another one, but I can't think of the name one right now of what it was. But that's a good one, Wallpaper Cave. That's another URL that I knew that was pretty good for wallpapers. And it looked pretty good. So other than that, there ain't really But there's a bunch of ways to get stuff. If you got tech wise, do your homework, tech savvy enough, and you have internet, that's the first thing I'll be doing, going and looking. Because there's so many ways to get the apps and all that. But like you said, if you don't have internet, then you're out of luck because internet's certainly like. But that's highly unlikely. You ain't gonna have internet. The only way you wouldn't have a natural disaster or something other than that. Because even if you did not internet, in most places like that, you wouldn't be able to have a TV anyway, or you wouldn't be connected anyway because everything would be down anyway to everybody. So the chances of losing internet, you got good days, and like I said, risking all of it. Could be here today, gone tomorrow. That's one key thing people forget. Personal choice, preference, what you can afford. If it ain't broken, it ain't, like I always say, if it ain't broken and it's working, leave it be. Yep. Yeah, question, Octavia? What's the question? Yeah. I use my Sandwich Town testing before installing anything on my device. Yeah, that's what the same thing I do, so bro. Have you heard of Noti? Noti. I've heard of it once. If you're talking about the K thing, if it's not similar to the K one, I think I've heard of that, but not recently. I think a month ago I heard something about that. What is that? A device or something? You'd have to give me more details on that. One that looks something like that's probably some generic off-brand, or you can say the K word if it's the K word. Yeah, and settings. If you're talking about the K word, yeah, the new K, yeah, that's the 2019 or the 20 version of what you're talking about. They're talking about changing the K name to that so people can't get flagged or whatever from it. They're trying, yeah. I know exactly. Yep. They're trying to change it. I think it's going when it goes to 20 or something like that. Yeah, it's a fork. Correct. Yep. I heard it's going to be the 20, not the 19 version. I heard something about being on the 20 version. It's going to name that. That's the new name for 20 or 19.9 or something, 19.8 or something like that, or 20.0, 20.1. I've been hearing. But I do know what you're talking about now. Yeah. It might be a beta. It seems it's in Dimbo. Okay. Or beta. It's probably in beta. Yeah. Or it's in the testing phase. But I know exactly. Yeah. That's where I seen that. It was on a one URL I was looking at. I just didn't know the name of it. Yeah, I should have brought that up too. Thanks for reminding me, Octavia, about that. Yeah. Yeah, I do all kinds of that, man. Yeah, your tablet can be your friend. Google can be your friend. YouTube can be your friend. They can find out a lot of info for stuff. But you got to know your testing and homework because if you don't, and don't put everything into one place either. Never. Always have backups to backups. Because if you put everything in one place and then that goes away or drops or goes down or all that, then you're stranded. Then you're looking, then you're scrambling, all over, and then you don't know what to do. But a lot of people in Kodi and on the Fire Sticks, the thing about a lot of this stuff is settings. It's settings. If you don't have settings and like notifications on a Fire Stick, if you don't have your notifications, if you go into notifications or preferences and you don't turn anything off that doesn't need to be running, like every app has a notification inside there in preferences. If you go in there and shut everything that don't need to be on, go one by one and look in there and shut everything or turn off most of the stuff in there in preferences, and even on each app, it's going to tell you to allow notifications. No, you want less running because it won't shut the apps down or won't change the apps or anything like that. But settings is key, and put the screensaver. A lot of people don't forget to turn the screensaver off is a big one because that takes up a lot of resources. And anything that's got ads, like ads and stuff, you can turn that stuff off in the settings and like that tracking stuff and all that on a Fire Stick. Even automatic update, but they won't let you do launchers anymore, and they won't let you do that one thing where you could do the bloatware. They won't let you use those tools where you can take the bloatware off. There's a new one that's recently came out that I seen by Tech Doctor, but it's a little complicated. It's not as it was, but you got to go to his URL and grab it from his URLs. And it's very hard if you don't know what you're doing. You can mess up your device, your Fire Stick or Amazon device. But other than that, the bloatware is probably going to stay on a Fire Stick anymore. But you don't really need a lot on a Fire Stick anymore. Just get like a few apps. As long as you got like 5 to 6 apps on a Fire Stick, and only ones you think you're going to use, like 2 APK movie TV apps, and maybe a couple other third party, but you need a couple players. And other than that, you don't really need anything else on a Fire Stick. Like that US TV and radio, get that, a couple movie TV apps, and you're golden. Or get OLED TV 15 on a Fire Stick, or even like the one Octavia mentioned, get like the K word one, put that on there, and boom, make sure it's a good, reliable build, and you're golden. But I ain't used a Fire Stick, I don't know how long, maybe 6 months. I haven't been on an Amazon device except for this tablet. This is an Amazon device. If you want to classify, this is really the only tablet I've been on. This tablet. See, there's the symbol, and see the symbol right here? This is the blue one. I got this for the holiday time on Black Friday for $80. This is 10-inch. It's a 2019 version, but I don't care. It works. I might upgrade to the new one if they ever get that one on sale. If they ever put that one on sale, I might grab it down the road, but not right now. Tablet is a must now. Yeah. Yep. It's for older Android. It's a little bit slower than the original. Not a lot of people use it, but it's more options. Yeah, and Android, and a lot of this stuff, you got to be higher than Android 6. If it ain't Android 6.0 and 0, it's not going to work for most of this new stuff that's out now. A lot of the older stuff can work on a lot of older stuff, but if it ain't 6.0 and up Android, it's not going to work. Because I've seen stuff on 6.0 work and not 5.5 or 5.0 don't work with a lot of this apps, these apps and stuff. Because I've already tried that on a phone. What? Yes, don't. You'll make me echo. Don't do it. If you do it, it'll mess me up. My mom over there playing with the TV on YouTube. I said, don't turn on my YouTube. You'll make it echo. Yep. Yeah. As long as you're above 6.0. Yeah. Well, is there any other questions in chat or anything? Because I just wanted to do an hour today. Because other than that, I shared some info today. Not a lot, but yeah, you get OT Navigator and just do the thing. Like I said, OT Navigator. If you need more help in Telegram, my name's the same. Yeah, Octavia said hi, Ma.
Tell him I said hi.
Yeah, they hear you.
Tell them, are they keeping safe?
Yeah, my mom's inside, said cabin fever. She's getting tired about cabin fever. They don't want her going out or anything. I said, that's for best, Ma. But to getting to her, she said this summer, if it warms up, she's going outside. I said, you can't do all that. She's getting that cabin. They got her inside. She just wants to be out and moving around. I said, that's not good. Some ways that's good. Some ways that's bad, Ma. Yeah, most of the stuff talks about, most of the stuff folks talk about or use, I've tried or used it. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And a lot of people are not as knowledge too, like us, bro. So, bro, Harmony, we do our homework, research, and all that stuff. Most people, the average casual person, isn't going to do all that. But like I said, Reddit can be a place too. Yep. Telegram. Yep. There's a bunch of places. If you know, it can be helpful. But if you have to know the research on there, yeah, and you got to trust your source too. Just because somebody puts it on there don't mean that. And another good place a lot of people miss that you can get a lot to is archives.org. Archives.org or archives.com. I think it's one or the other. I can't be sure. But archives, you can find a lot of good stuff there. You can find on Daily Motions, another one that gives a good lot of info. There's a bunch of places. A lot of people don't know about all those either. And there's trending app, trending Cody, Chin and Cody Apps is another great URL. There's Tim. I appreciate it, Tim. Yeah, if you don't do your homework, testing, never stop learning. Because as soon as you stop learning and put everything into one place, you're going to be stuck. Never, never. Always look to see what's new. And there's plenty of places that you can find stuff. Like I said, you got a browser, web browser like me. I do a web browser, game over. This was Helpful Down, Bro, and Ronster. Yeah, that's our objective, is to help people learn this stuff, because why put it out there if it ain't going to be useful? And the knowledge is good to hit. Well, you shouldn't just keep it all to yourself, because that's just wrong in every form of which way it stands for. Be nice, be respectful, share the info, share it. Like I'm willing to share anything I learn or know. It's not all about making the mighty dollar and all that. I can see that at times, but up to a point. But lately, I've been trying to help people as much as I can. But when you get to a limit or overboard, everybody got to have a little bit of a something kickback for helping and all that. I'm not demanding every time I help somebody get something out of it, but every now and well, every so often, like if I do something for you, I appreciate some return on something, because what's the point of doing all that research and work and nothing coming back? You know what I'm saying? But I'm not that type of dude. I'll do it just to do it, because I love doing this stuff and I love showing it. Yeah, smack those thumbs up. Please appreciate it, Tim. Yep, always researching. Yep, you never stop researching, never stop doing your homework. And people got to realize, like I just said at the beginning of the show, nothing's going to be 100% perfect all the time. That doesn't exist. When cord cutting and streaming and all that, 100% perfect all the time, never going to have issues, never going to have buffering, lagging, or any of that. It's not going to happen. You're having good days, bad days, because it's going to happen. It don't matter how good your system is, how good your network is, how good your equipment is, all that. I know that for a fact. And people that don't tell you that ain't going to happen or don't experience that, then they're lying. I save all the info on a notepad. Yep, that's the smartest thing to do. I even got everything, most of my URLs and stuff saved or screenshot or photoed, or I try to write everything down too, because I don't want to lose that stuff. Or I put favorites, and then I go back and write the stuff that's really important to me, like all my login stuff and all that. So if you lose any of that stuff, you're basically back square price. Yeah. Hey, Alabama Horner, what's up, brother? Thanks for stopping in. Definitely do appreciate it. Yeah, at the high rate of cable companies' money, and that's why I'm here to help. Yeah, me too. It's not about that. It's helping the next person, because you help that person, you never know who they're gonna tell who they're. Karma is a good way. Like I always said, karma will come back to you in ways. If you help others, it's always going to come back to you in another form, another way, because you did a good deed, and did a good deed, and it's not just to do that. It's just to make sure. Why be greedy? Why be greedy? That's the way I look at it. Greed will never accomplish anything. Being good and putting it out there, and the knowledge that you know, it's good to share it. I'm not a teacher and not a person that's going to show it on here on YouTube. I'm more of a person on Telegram. I'll help. I can call on Telegram. Call me anytime if you have any questions or anything, how to do something. Because I tell people over the phone, a lot of them stuff I can tell you, I can should tell you right over the phone how to do it step by step. Because most of the devices I've had, like the Monster Box X1 Max, I've had that. I have the Superbox Elite 1. I've had most of those devices. I can tell you which one I would recommend, which one to go after, which is the Superbox Elite 1 or the Superbox Elite 2. If you're just wanting average service, average movies and TV shows, if you're not looking for international, or if you're not looking for all the other countries and all that, yeah, that's a great device. But if you want everything in one single device, the most I've ever seen on a single device content, then you are going to want to go after the Tangla, either the X1 or the X5. But I would recommend the X5. The Tangla X5 is probably the best device, fully loaded device out right now. And that's just my experience. I own it. It's over there on that TV. I own it, but I can't show it here on YouTube. If you do Tangla X5 on YouTube, there's a few videos already up that you can get the knowledge. And the brief, they're not going to show you a whole lot on it, but Amazon does have it for sale at $349. I know that's a steep price, but I know that's not for us, Mom. That's somewhere else.
Wow.
That's not here. You're looking at the wrong weather.
I don't care. I'm on 80 degrees.
And then we ain't getting 80 this soon yet.
I wish.
That's somewhere else. Yeah, my mom's looking at YouTube. seeing other videos. My mom loves YouTube videos, YouTube stuff. Yeah, you can watch YouTube right on that box too, right off your TV. That's another thing my mom uses it for, where you can watch all kinds of YouTube stuff. And it supports up to 4K. It runs 4K excellently on that box. But my mom's got a 4K TV too. So I definitely do appreciate everybody coming in today, all 8 viewers right now. If my internet's lagging right now, it's a little buffering right now. Yeah. Best way to research a device if it's not on YouTube is to watch it with CC and other language. Yeah, correct. Yep. I do know that for a fact. Yep. Or lower the resolution. Or just roll the 360 or 480 because sometimes that'll help too. Or just go out and keep going back in and out, or restart the app, shut force stops. A lot of stuff can be fixed by cleaning the cache on a lot of apps and force stopping, and that can help a lot of issues too. You don't, I don't see any buffering. Uh, Most people, what we're at on here, my signal said it was lagging a little bit, so I didn't know if I had buffering or not. I don't see any buffering. Oh. On what device, Octavia? You got to get some. You're not always going to be perfect on buffering because that demand on hours who's on that, how many other people are on that channel, because most channels on certain stuff can only handle up to a certain amount of number, unless it's those big companies, and then you can probably get by. But on these like IP television and all that, if it's over 3,000 on one channel, you're going to have issues because it's all about supply and demand, unless they got multiple servers. Yeah. I don't know if I'm still live or not. I'm about to do another 9 minutes or so. If there ain't any other questions out there, yeah, I was just trying to come on freestyle, help people with questions and answers, give a little info out there. Might just an update recently. I might come back. Yeah, well, early. Well, it's early, probably later on. Yeah. Well, it's early. Yeah, it's 1:34 here p.m. and then on West Coast, it's probably still morning time. I think she's talking about your stream. I'm not getting any buffering either on your signal. Well, I just had the signal thing up here in the little thing. It said I was only getting like 3 waves, and I usually get 5 waves because my mom was on YouTube. So, because sometimes that can affect me. Yeah, I do that like weekly. Every couple of days I do that. And another thing about your modem and a router that a lot of people do not know about is if you got the settings and you can plug everything right and then try to log in or go right on your computer, let the thing say error, give you an error warning, then it'll give you a thing where it'll give you your ISP. Once you see your ISP, go into your ISP, hit the enter button or on your computer, get in there. Then it should show your login or your router or modem logo or your page to all your network stuff. If you go in there, a lot of people do not know about Wi-Fi broadband channels. Get off the automatic channel can help a lot of stuff from buffering too. Like right now, I was on channel 8. I was experiencing some issues. I was on automatic. I got off of those on my Wi-Fi because there's only a couple of devices I got Wi-Fi. Most of my stuff's hardwired anyway. And another thing is the broadband channel on most Wi-Fi's is you get off that automatic channel and stay away from channel like 8 and the higher ones, you're good. Right now, I'm on channel 2 and I haven't had any more buffering or lagging too much, any experience, any of that anyway. But yeah, restarting your modem and stuff like that takes the DNS, and even changing your DNS sometimes on your network, like change it to Cloudflare 111.0.001 as both of the numbers, and that can help a lot of stuff too. But you got to know what you're doing on the DNS. Yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely. That definitely, you got to learn to do that. That's one of the main things. That's just part of maintenance and daily stuff. So, bro, Harmony, I know all about that. Yeah, you got to redo that because that flushes the junk out, and you got to have a good cleaner too. A lot of people don't know about cleaners and stuff. Because if you don't have a good Windows cleaner or a good a system thing like cleans up your system, if you don't have like I use a one called Advanced System Care on my computer, and that cleans up a lot of junk and gets rid of a lot of the junk, and it cleans the windows and everything. And then I use another program called 360 security are the ones I'm on. Okay, at AT&T, yeah. Okay, AT&T, not regular AT&T. I would not trust regular AT&T. If you're going to get any AT&T, make sure it's Uverse if it's offered in your area, because I think Uverse has better pricing and better deals. It's called Uverse. AT&T Uverse is what I got. I don't have regular AT&T. I got regular Uverse, but I have phone with AT&T regular AT&T. My phone line and landline go through AT&T regular, but my internet and my Wi-Fi all go through AT&T Uverse. Yeah, but there's AT&T in front of that. Yeah, that's what I have, and I like that better than regular. But it's very similar to AT&T. But to me, that was what they offered in my area because I couldn't get regular. I can get regular AT&T phone, but I can't get regular AT&T internet because that stuff is bad. But the universe, it has its days, just like. But they'll let you have your own router, but you can't change your modem. You got to have their modem, that their combination modem. You have to have. They will not let you take and use your own modem. That sucks, and I know that for a fact because I know right now I got the modem right there. And like I've been having a lot of drop stuff right lately with my network and all that. But it's the this wind we've been having and all this weather too can affect your stuff too. You got to learn to deal with that. At the price I'm paying 63 monthly, you can't beat that for 100 megabytes per second. I get like 60 something on megabytes on Wi-Fi. Last I think I've gotten on hardwired is a gig, and on I'm playing for 100, and some play on my desktop says I'm getting almost a gig, but I'm supposed to only be getting 100, and on my devices it says I get like 72 on my tablet. If I go into my Wi-Fi speed, it says that, but when I do a browser check like fast or analytic, it says I'm only getting like 13, 15 megabytes per second. So somewhere I'm getting different numbers all through my network, but I ain't having no problems, no issues. But like I said, I have the disconnects sometimes, pretty hardwired. Yeah, I get about 100, depending on the day and the time. I'm probably about 100 hardwired, and the average person probably gets 100 too. But like in the UK, they can only get like 60 hardwired. I heard that recently. They only allowed 60 hardwired on the UK. And I know Wi-Fi is faster. Yeah, but Wi-Fi might be faster. But a tech guy, ISP guy, that told me with the Uverse company, there's no guarantee. Risking Wi-Fi always. If you can hardwire something, he told me, hardwire that device. Like my Tangla X5 right now is hardwired because I don't want to deal without Wi-Fi. It'll run on Wi-Fi, but not the greatest. It takes stuff a while to load and all that, but I don't want to deal with that. And another thing about that thing on X5, if they start blocking it and it don't want to play anything, load anything, hardwired, and it still does it, then you're going to need another app through Google Play Store that's on there called Cloudflare 111. Don't use the WRAP plus thing on there. Use the Gateway DOH on there in the settings, and you're fine. And it'll change your DNS so that box can work. Because I had my ISP trying to block that box, and I got around it with that Cloudflare app. I don't ever use Wi-Fi. Yeah, I only use Wi-Fi on my tablets and on my PlayStation. I do sometimes when I stream a little bit because I can stream sometimes on PlayStation 4. In my hardwire, yeah, that's the best way. Run 50 feet cable, tape them to the siding, or put them up on the thing and tape them, or tack them up somehow, and then get them off the floor because that's the best thing. Or do them to the baseboard and then use duct tape. And keep it away from heat vents and stuff too, because I noticed that wires will get hot if they're by heat. The Ethernet cable and the Ethernet cables are another thing. If you don't have good Ethernet cables, like if you don't have at least a Cat 5e or 6 or 7 or 8, they basically are just durability. Yeah, I use a J5 from Best Wire Hardwire on my tablet. Yeah, that's good. J5 is good. I use a hardwire on my tablet. Yep. I don't hardwire my tablets. I do Wi-Fi on my tablets. I don't have any issues. I get about between 65 and 72 megabytes.
So that's the only weird thing about my network is I get 3 different numbers. Like on a browser, on Analytics, or on fast.com is another URL that I use to check my speed, and I get like 13 to 15 megabytes per second on that. But when I go to my desktop and I look at my settings on my Wi-Fi, it says I'm getting close to a gig of speed. Then when I'm on my wired box, I get 100, and then when I'm on my Wi-Fi, it's saying I'm getting 65 to 72 megabytes per second. So I'm getting different numbers somewhere. Something ain't adding up. But I'm paying for 100 megabytes per second. Yeah, the OTJ cable. Yeah, that's another way too. Yep. Because you got to have that little micro USC micro USC the little port there. You got to have that. And some tablets have the USB port already built onto them. That's the ones you really want to find. I have one tablet in the bedroom. It's 11.5 inch. It's an Android, I think 6 or 7, and it has a USB port right on the side of it. And you don't find those tablets. And that's an RCA, I think, tablet. I think that's an RCA tablet. I haven't used that in a long time because I love my Amazon tablet more. And then I have a Lenore tablet, a blue one that had Snapdragon on it. I have that too. Yeah, tablets you got to have a tablet nowadays with technology, but so you don't load everything on a phone. So a tablet can be good if you know how to connect it. And Wi-Fi on tablet, Amazon tablets don't have many issues for Wi-Fi. They have their days just like any other device. But an Amazon, get the 64 gig, you set, or 32 gig. Don't try to go with the 16 because that's just not right. Try the 32s and above on the Amazon tablets. Those 10 inches, I love the 10 inches. I'll settle for an 8 inch, but I'd rather have the 10 inch. A lot of people downgrade them because of the specs and all that. Hey, they do a good job. As long as it gets the job done, it ain't broken, it's good. Well, there ain't any other questions or any other thing going. It's been on here for an hour and something. So I think I'm going to call it. And I didn't have nobody come on. So I definitely do appreciate everybody that came out. If there's anything last thing, I was just doing some testing today and seeing if this actually worked because I wanted to test my mic and make sure everything was up because I was having a few issues with my burner the other day. And a lot of people do research to get a tablet hardware. Yeah, I did a lot of research to get that tablet hardware. Yeah, as long as it's Android, open source, get an Android tablet, Amazon tablet. You want to make sure it's Android 6 and up. As long as it's 6 and higher, that's what I would recommend. Maybe 9. If you can get an 8, Android 8, 9, or 10. I heard Android 11 may be coming, or Android 11's already here. I mean, Android 12. I've been hearing things that Android 12 may be coming. I've been hearing rumors that Android 12 is already in the thing. I appreciate everybody. And anything I can help you with, just hit subscribe, like this video. Because without chat, without you guys, there is no show for me. And I appreciate everybody coming out. And I will definitely hit me up in Telegram if you got anything you need to help find questions or anything. Same name as my YouTube name. It's just that the capital letters ain't there. It's all lowercase. And I will see you all on the next one. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. You all have a great day. This is D-Nice 3838, the URL King. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.